And in this case, it has the same vertex hk. This time the axis is horizontal, and the equation would have the form y minus k quantity squared is equal to 4c times the quantity x minus h. The focus this time is h plus c comma k, and the directrix is x is equal to h minus c. The horizontal axis is y is equal to k. It opens to the right if c is positive, and it opens to the left if c is negative. Let's take a look at an example. We're going to graph by hand the parabola that x equals negative 1/8 times the quantity y plus 3 squared plus 2. We will label the vertex, the focus, and the directrix. Okay, so let's write that equation on the board, and then we're going to have to rewrite it in a form that's going to allow us to graph it. So we have x is equal to negative 1/8, then parentheses for the quantity y plus 3 squared plus 2. So I'm going to rewrite the equation so that it's in a different form. So I'm going to subtract 2 from the x. I'm also going to multiply by negative 8. So I'm going to have negative 8 parentheses x minus 2 is equal to y plus 3 quantity squared. And what I now know from this is that the vertex is equal to 2 comma negative 3. I know that we can take 4c, and that's going to equal negative 8. So I know that c is negative 2. And what that means is that the parabola opens to the left. The focus is 2 units to the left of the vertex, which means that the focus is equal to 0 comma negative 3. The directrix is going to be 2 units to the right of the vertex, so that means the directrix is x equals 4. Now we can graph this. And we know that the vertex is 2, negative 3. We know that the focus is 0, negative 3. The focus is here. We know the directrix is x equals 4. And so the parabola will look like this. It opens to the left, the focus, vertex, and directrix all lined up. Now what I'd like to do is to write the equation for the translation of a parabola. So write an equation for the parabola with focus 2, 2, and vertex negative 1, 2. Graph it, and then state the domain and the range. So the focus is 2, 2. And the vertex is negative 1, 2. All right, well, the focus is to the right of the vertex. So the axis is horizontal, and this parabola opens to the right. The distance between the focus and the vertex would be 2 minus a minus 1, which is 3. And that means that c is equal to 3. The equation of the parabola then would be y minus 2 quantity squared is equal to 4 times c times the quantity x minus a negative 1. So simplifying that a little bit, we get y minus 2 quantity squared is equal to 12 times x plus 1. To graph that by hand, The vertex is -1, 2. The focus is 2, 2. The directrix would be back here at x is equal to -4. And our parabola, as we said, would be opening to the right-hand side, and that would then look like this. And in terms of its domain and range, well, we can see that the domain starts here at -1 and goes out to infinity. So the domain is -1 to infinity. The range, of course, these are going to continue forever and ever, so the range is going to be -infinity to infinity. All right, that was great. And now it's time for you to try a problem. I would like you to do the following example. Write an equation for a parabola with a focus of -1, 3 and a directrix of y equals 7. Pause the video to work on this problem, and when you are finished, restart the video to check your solution. Let's find out how you did on this problem. You were given the information that the focus was equal to -1, 3, and that the directrix was y equals 7. Okay, what that means is since the focus is underneath the directrix, the parabola opens downward. The distance between the focus and the directrix, if we look at this, 7 minus 3 is 4, so that means that C is equal to -2. That gives us a vertex which will equal -1, 5. The equation of the parabola will then be x minus a -1 quantity squared is equal to 4 times c, which is -2, times the quantity y minus 5. Over here, it simplifies to x plus 1 quantity squared equals -8 times the quantity y minus 5. And that would be the equation of the parabola that I hope you also came up with. Great! In this lesson, we explored circles and parabolas in detail. Be sure to work the exercises that your teacher assigns, and we'll see you next time